welcome to another meditation this morning. I hope all of you are doing well. Today is December 12th. The weather here is cold. No snow yet. A little bit yesterday we had some snow, so it was definitely strong in the water element. We had some warnings of strong winds. I guess there are some places in New York that is having some flooding, including New York City. So hopefully everyone can be safe and they can be able to overcome that challenge. It's nice to be here today with all of you. Let us prepare our body a little bit in case we're stiff. This tends to happen a little bit in the winter. This water element has a very interesting effect on the body in that it can cause some stiffness, dryness. That's why they offer and recommend also this concept of abhyanga. Abhyanga is using specific oil according to your natural, use the word dosha, or combination within your body of the elements. It's very helpful in keeping your skin from cracking and drying and discomfort, etc. So in the future I might talk a little more about that. Let's start with our head here. We will to our left. Right. Now again, when we do this exercise before meditation, we don't want to have any kind of warmth or respiration under the arms. That's a clear indication that you're doing too much exercise. Also, during the season, exercise is meant to be kept to a minimum, so therefore, have to be very careful that you, if you're practicing martial arts or something as such, that you take care of your body. Because of the stiffness and also this particular element, injuries are much more likely. So it's important to take care of yourself in that way. Okay? So let us go ahead and I'm going to have your meditation Zuko. Let us purify ourselves. If you have incense, you can also use incense. Let us do 3 purifying breaths. We breathe in, hold, exhale, second round, breathing in, hold, exhale, last round, breathe in, hold, exhale. Let's prepare our mind, our body, upon the ring of the bell, there, putting our hands in Okai Join, ears above the shoulders, tucking the chin as I stated before. One way that we do in T is pushing down the chin in and elevating the back of the head, making sure it's straight. Extending the head up as if you're on a string. Closing your eyes, closing your mouth gently, putting your tongue at the tip of your, behind the roof of your teeth and your mouth. This allows the prana, or the energy, to move freely as we're breathing. Then we're going to begin breathing and exhaling through our nose as we exhale. We can use the mantra Namah Myoho Dikyo. When we inhale, we simply observe. With the sound of the bell, let us be able to meld into concentration. As we hear the bell, let us release our concentration, bringing our attention back to our body. Let us now sit and do a scan of our body, state of our mind, our body, attention, awareness. Again, in a mindful way, so as not judging, just simply observing. Every time I meditate, as I've stated many times, my hands feel warm, my feet are warm. These are good signs that energy is moving. My mind feels calm and directed. The body feels balanced. And also, let's take a look at our breath, prana. Where I focus on breathing, especially with the Daimoku and Namu no Horen. I feel my breath is balanced, equalized, deeper, more full. With that, let us come back to our body more. Let us move our fingers, toes, taking our hands together, rubbing them. Place them over the eyes, rubbing the meridians, neck, shoulder, knees. How is your practice going? I hope that it's going well. In the last couple sessions for the last week, we have been continuously looking at challenges to our practice, and then also we have discussed practical steps to improving our practice. It's important, as we stated, to pay attention to the subtle changes. It takes time. However, in order to have change, we have to make meditation a priority. Again, simply meditating 15 minutes once a day is a great way to begin. Not just sitting once for a half hour or an hour, but just 15 minutes. You can give yourself that in the morning for sure. Once you've chosen a schedule, treat meditation like any other time-related commitment, such as work or school. Spend the designated period meditating, do nothing else. One of the great challenges we have in meditating is that a lot of times we bring something else with our meditation. And in doing so, sometimes people will sit for 15 minutes simply ruminating. And as we know, meditation's purpose is to allow us to move beyond simple mental rumination, which tends to inflate things, especially our challenges that we have. It inflates them and makes them bigger than what they are. It puts them out of perspective, so therefore it makes it difficult to seem to investigate them. To start with, you may encounter some resistance from anyone, especially your family, if they're not used to you being unavailable. And also, sometimes there are religious challenges. People are opposed to meditation, or that they have their own belief system concerning or against meditation. Especially when you start to notice that they'll have to learn how to adjust, because you have to show the importance of this. But when you notice the results of your practice, you may want to continue further, such as joining a sangha or getting additional practice or support, which we are always here to support you. Luckily, we have such wonderful technology, we can do that. Mostly remember, meditation is your time. It's for you. Perhaps it's the only time during the day that you have for you. Most people do not make any time for themselves or for their spiritual cultivation. However, once you begin practicing, you'll soon realize the essential nature of that. And make sure that it is a time free of demands of the world. This is also a great exercise in being able to regulate, as we talked about in the beginning of the Eightfold Path, the eighth path of practice, the eight limbs of yoga. First is following the precepts, not killing, not stealing, etc. That's our interaction with others. But the second one, the niyama, or the personal practices, the regulating practices, that in order to have the practice, we have to regulate what we eat, how we sleep, our body, our mind, our breathing. Considering how much meditation will improve your relationships with others, you shouldn't regard it as selfish. Sometimes people will say that personal time is selfish. However, personal time is very essential, especially for spiritual practice. But once you realize the ultimate benefits, and not only the personal benefits, but the social benefits of when you come into contact with others, you'll appreciate and want to practice more. Finally, creating a regular practice for meditation is not just as important as setting a regular time, having a comfortable space, such as a meditation space, where you won't be disturbed. Again, it should be quiet, secluded enough, clean. It should feel like a meditation spot, such as a spiritual spot. However, if that's not possible, it can also be a space for you that you use other things when you're done, such as this room I use for my work as well. However, but it should be a place that you can keep your meditation cushions, a shawl, or something else you might use. Design, decorate, support the space with, to remind you with items of why you meditate. So therefore, here I have all of my many Buddhist items. Support statue of the Buddha, Nichiren Shonin. Those are inspirational items to keep us, to remind us. Some people like to set up an altar as well. Doesn't matter if it's religious or not. Its purpose is to inspire you and motivate you in your practice. Okay? And tomorrow we'll talk more about the right posture for practice. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. May you have a wonderful, mindful, enlightened day. See you next time.